So during this video, I will be showing you an expansion of GameLightz Temple V2 solo bass. This is a nice little bass tour. Comparing to the original solo bass. The floor plans comparisons. It's the basic hexagon shape with a extra ring around it, triangles. Furnaces on each side of the base, including oil refineries and water collectors. We have 2 entrances on both sides, with drop boxes, 4 on each side. Living area, and the fridge next to the exits. Mixing tables with tons of defenses. Go down to the second floor. This way takes you down to TC and main loot. We got 10 chests on each side. Tons of defenses down here as well. And then in here we have 1, 2, 3, about like 7 more chests, including some furnaces. Wraps around with 1 entryway to TC. Go back up to the second floor. Go to another living area. We got our batteries protected. Computer station, repair bench, tier 3, research table, and more furnaces. Go back to the third floor. And we'll wrap inside to the fourth floor, which will be the bedroom area. This area comfortably fits 6 to 12 beds. With 4 lockers and 8 chests total. More defenses and 1 more floor up to the roof. This had to be a window. Messed up here. Additional feature would be the spotlights. So let's get back into the build. We're going to start off with higher tier right off the bat. This can be upgraded later. All high quality. Do walls around the outside, the interior. Then we're going to fill in the middle. Doesn't matter what side you start on. You just pick a flat end. You can use that 1 entryway, surround the rest, leave 1 side open. Garage door, double door. And a wall here to protect TC. And you can do these with twigs, but I'm using stone for now. But we're going to make a shelf. And then we'll break this shelf right here and this one. Fit TC in here. Add in some frames. And garage doors if you already have them, if you had a starter base, or you just put double doors here for now. From here we're going to add the external shelves for the extra loot room. That's how it should look. From here we can add in our jump ups. So early game you can either use ladders or furnaces. If you already have the ladder hedge unlocked, you would do that. You want to make sure that you're using a triangle unit that is pointing to the opposite end. So from here we'll use this one and this side. See how this one would be covering only a third, so we're going to use this one that's pointing across to the other jump up. This is important so that the second, third floor mirror correctly. Build from the outside in for splash effect. And there you have the first floor done. These don't have to be HQM, these can be sheet metal walls, but I like to make them HQM throughout the rest of the wipe. Do our doorways here. I'm going to come out 5 frames. Add another wall here. After the 5 frames, we'll do a jump up, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. After the 5th, we'll do our jump up. After that, we'll do 1, 2, 3. More frames. Now in these triangles that are armored, we'll put in our batteries. The window to secure, sheet metal window, the reinforced window and the embrasure. Now this floor is another living area, so we could add our computer station here, our workbench, repair bench, and a research table. Now that that floor is finished, we can seal, but above our jump up and our battery, we'll want this high quality metal to fully secure our jump ups, make it harder for raiders to get into there, as well as the batteries, since that is our main source of defense. We can make this sheet metal from now on up. Continuously staying towards the left as soon as you come out of the jump up. Three door frames out, as well as 2 doors for creating an airlock. We can then fill the rest of the floor up with walls. Adding our airlock here and more frames. As well these walls to seal off the jump down. Now that our entryway is sealed, we can add in our Dropbox area. This can be secured by either a window to make it harder for raiders to achieve the boxes after blown up, because I like to put the code box on mine, or you can use a door frame and cover it by a double door or a garage door, which in my opinion is easier for accessibility. I don't even own that door skin. I guess that's a building sanctuary door skin, but we're going to make that default again. So we're going to do the same thing on this side, add our drop boxes. We'll seal off this floor. Actually, we need a jump up to go up to the 4th floor. So we will actually, in this corner right here, will be another jump up. Seal off the rest. And if you don't have all the materials at this point of the wipe, you can just seal this off with walls, a garage door. And we will get our honeycomb and our jump up to the 3rd floor, to the entryway. Just seal it like so. There it is again. Get the default in there. And as now, it can stay as is, and we will start on the jump up to the entryway from the 3rd floor. So from here, add our airlock. Clean it up a little bit, and we'll put a triangle foundation on every edge of the square's foundations. To start the honeycomb. And depending on how good you are doing this far into wipe, this can all be stone honeycomb. Otherwise, make it metal right now, if you can afford it. Now from this point, we'll actually go back in and fill in all the other gaps with triangles. Again, if you have the available resources. You don't want to leave half your honeycomb unsealed. So the middle would be a splash protector, so that could be stone. If you can afford it, you can make it metal, but I like to leave it stone. Now that the first layer honeycomb is finished, we'll start on the 2nd floor. If you don't have enough resources, you can use a ladder at this point to jump up. Until you get the needed resources. Once you do have the necessary resources, you can continue on with the 2nd layer honeycomb by adding walls on each corner of the squares, each end of the corners, like so. Just going around and filling those in. Now it's not necessary, but you could add an extra layer of honeycomb by doing this. This is all preference. Preferably I do not. I leave it open like this, and I continue with the roof triangles, which will act as a honeycomb layer as well as our walk up to our entrances. That is the first and second floor honeycomb and your walk-up. At this point, you should have the BP of the large furnace, or either go buy one, research it from Outpost. And you only need 2 at this point, but if you can afford them, you're going to want to put large furnaces on each side of your base. And there's your jump up. Now that that's complete, we can continue on with the 4th floor. This floor would be for mixing tables, etc. And actually, we're going to fix this airlock. It should be the start of these HQM walls, or roofs. And that one should be our airlock. So I made the airlock a little early. So we're going to remake these Dropbox areas. Doing this will add more doors to our jump up and an extra layer of protection. So you'll come out 2 door frames and then make your airlock rather than 3. Okay, add on traps on the walls like so. Flame traps will later go on in between both of those garage doors, and this jump up can go back 1 more row. Now we have a more open core third floor. By moving this, jump up one, triangle back. We've got 2 to the airlock. And from the airlock we have 2 from the living area to the other jump up. Now we'll start on our living area, our bedrooms, locker area. Coming out another 4 with the ladder hitch. Sealing it with a wall here. Now this corner right here will be more boxes for meds of any sort, food, guns, more kits. Now here, instead of watching me struggle with the little box placements for fun, we are going to take an advertisement break in the background while I am placing these boxes.
Your recovery seed is the key to your digital assets and a vital part of your security. If you lose it, your coins could be lost forever. But imagine you could create multiple recovery shares to back up your private keys. And if you lose one of them, nothing happens. Your coins are still safe. Introducing the Shamir Backup. With Shamir Backup, you can split your backup into 2, 3, 5, or as many as 16 shares. It's totally up to you. But what is the advantage, you may ask? You can choose how many of the generated shares are required for the recovery. And if you lose one, and the other gets stolen, you can still use the remaining shares and recover your wallet to access your coins. With Shamir Backup, you can sit back and hodl forever.
Now, back to build. So in our walk path, we'll add 2 beds. Both on each side. And we can fit 6 inside. I found it easier for the beds, the top of the bed frame facing away from the entries, for jump and any movement throughout the base. So you want to place the shotgun traps after the bed. For some reason the beds are bugging out. Same with the turrets. Then you'll place your turrets here, and you can place your shotgun traps on the open wall space. And this floor will be finished. You can seal it from here. Now this is our roof, so we'll add 2 windows here, the door frame. And since you don't want them to soft side their way in from the roof, we'll add reinforced windows. You can take those off at any given moment when needed to use those as shooting points. Triangles on both sides of the jump up. The flat end will get 2 squares, and those will be your peak points with head coverage with the spotlight and the turret inside for a hidden roof defense. And these actually will be windows across. So you see here that running up on these sides are a little grippy. Might have to jump. Placing a candle, if you have these, allows you to just run right up without having to jump and wiggle through the roofs. I mainly place my turrets in here so that anyone flying to the roof, when there's no SAM site yet, doesn't see those when they land and they'll get shot. We'll place our spotlights up here. I do one in the middle on each side. You could add 4, 2 on each corner of the square roofs. And the base is finished. Do a little save so the maps don't wipe. And there it is. Now that the base is finished, we can start working on compound and our courtyard. So we'll start with the external TCs, going 5 out, placing a triangle foundation afterwards, deleting those 5 squares, going back to the triangle and making a zigzag pattern back to the base, leaving a flat end and adding a square. From there, going back out 5 more squares and adding a triangle foundation, deleting all those again, going back to the triangle and adding back a zigzag formation until we get a point toward the base. At this point, delete those and we add another 5 with the triangle foundation, and this is where external TC number 1 will go. To make it more expensive, I add double doorway here, making it the same rating cost to go through doors than walls. Now we'll want to do the same thing on each side. Triple check that count there. So the TC placement here is a little rough. I'm guessing because of the base right there. So this one we're just going to leave blank. You get the idea. It's supposed to be TC there. Same thing's probably going to happen here. And this side will probably happen the same, but we'll give it a shot anyhow. We're going to add in the format another 2 times. Yeah, that side is not going to work. pull it off. Surprised we can get that close to another TC. Oh, I got other building privilege, that's why I can build over there. Just can't place the TC again. So we'll leave that blank as well. So we'll have 6 external TCs. I built the one over there too long. Forgot how to count. So we'll just trim this up. Now we'll make our courtyard and our peakouts doorways to in and out of our base from the compound. So we'll do this on each side. 1 square out, 2nd square from the external TC outwards from the base. We'll add this little passageway. Windows on each side as well as the garage door. And for fun, we're going to add this one in. We'll see if we can push it. I'm not sure, but we'll give it a shot. Nope. going to leave it as is, and we're going to add in the walkway anyhow. So it'll be 1 square out. 2 squares out, I mean. We'll just pull it out like that. So to place these walls, I like to look for that mailbox, and we're going to do on a fat angle outward, so like so. Not far enough that you can not see through here. You want to see some visibility through these windows. But you want to have it come out on an angle so that you can seal the two together. And you want to make sure that you don't have a gap pitching through there so that they can shoot you through your externals. Forgot to add the garage doors and the windows on this one. Now that our compound is finished, we can add in a few extra accessories, like sealing this up with the barbed wires fenced. Now from your entryway you want to make the furnace the closest thing. It makes it easier getting inside of the furnace from the foundations for your jump up. Then to the right of that, you make room for your oil refinery on each side and your water collector. Now I'm going to show you how it's easier to jump in. The base is finished. Looks nice, very nice modification. So now see how you can just walk in from the foundation straight in by crouching, right? Nice and smooth, jump up and jump up. It is way easier than going from foundation and crouch jumping. You can't just walk into it, so. Easier walk up. There you have it. Modified version of the Temple V2 solo base. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Till next time.